back down at the block after a 2-week hiatus, and the tomatoes have taken off, and our first couple of bulbs coming up as well.
Welcome back to another episode of how much water is getting into our bus. Oh, it's dry. Oh, still water there, no surprise. We also found another one just here in the middle of these ribs. Likelier than like, it's going to be where these panels join. These are the seams I was talking about, so that's what I thought would be the point of entry for that water. But I have found this. The rivet's lost its head and it is wet. So hopefully it's just that. If we're lucky, that would be an easy fix. But let's get this done then. Not exactly the most professional way of doing it, but it's going to stop the water getting in. So of course, with that being the cause of the water entry there, it does pose the question, is this where the water's getting at the back? Yeah, that'll be it. Alright, scrub these up, a little bit of silicone in each one. Worth a shot, eh? The top bit's done, I'll do the sides from the ladder. That's all that done now. Let's hope that's the fix. Fingers crossed. What I might do is tape a bit of tissue paper along there, and then we can see if that curls up when we come back where the water's been getting in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It should be pretty apparent if these get wet next time we come back. Well, I guess time will tell.
Morning everyone. It is a beautiful chilly morning. We're about to venture off to Maryborough to go check out a backhoe, which is very exciting. So let's go. Venturing deeper into the block. Never done this before.
So we got our planning permit in the week, and what that allows us to do is to clear the trees around the house site. We're not allowed to just drop any ones that we feel like. We have to do the set ones around the house, and it's more for kind of bushfire management. So today the aim is to find out where the house is going to go according to the plans that we've drawn up exactly, and then start marking some trees up to fell and actually clear the area. I've got no idea where to start. Luce, do you read? Over.
Affirmative. Over.
We're now standing in our future house site. It's pretty surreal.
I reckon we're probably in the pantry.
In the pantry?
The walk-in larder.
So yeah, we've marked out the 4 corners of where the house will be, and now we need to work out a 32-metre radius outside of that, and that will determine what we need to clear. Quite a bit of land.
Oh yeah.
Right, time to check out the bus. We've marked out a fair bit of the house site. Let's see if any water got in. Bone dry, that doesn't look like it's had any water on it. All's good. Yeah, this definitely did. Oh man, I was sure that was fixed. Of course not, of course it isn't.
I've had loads of excess seedlings growing at home, so I'm gonna bung them in the pallet bed. Cabbage and radish, and that's dill. We'll see how that goes. And there we go. So we've got some nice radishes there, some brassicas. I think there was some kale. We'll see what the wombat's like.
It's now Saturday afternoon. I'm down at the block. Been running around today. Went back to Maryborough and made a deal with that backhoe we looked at last week. It's going to be the one we go for. Certainly the best of all the ones we've looked at. We'll get that delivered hopefully next weekend, and we can start clearing some of these trees with that, which would be awesome. I also picked up this. So it turns out the government are doing this scheme at the moment, which is replacing old hot water tanks or electric hot water tanks and gas hot water tanks with heat pump systems for free. So there's tons of these just going for nothing. They're supposed to drill them out so you can't use them, but the guy that I got this off, he made sure that they didn't do that. So we've got a fully functioning hot water tank. It cost me $100 and these go for $2,000 new. So this will be our camp hot water while we're down here. Just gonna have to make sure we've got a stove big enough to keep it warm. You can see here where the heat pump installers had to drill it and take a photo to confirm that they'd put a hole in it. They hadn't gone all the way through. The guy stopped them to save the tank, and they obliged. They said it was too good to scrap. So all in the name of sustainability, yeah? Just make sure that's sealed up again. We had a downpour last night. Look at this. Just drenched. Oh, I'm at a loss. Totally at a loss. I'm just gonna go over it with a fine-tooth comb and just try and see if there's anywhere, any hint. There's just so much water getting in. You just wouldn't have thought it's a small point of entry. You'd think it's gonna be something that's fairly standout. Well, now that we've given that another go, I'll pull this up, put some dry paper down and see if it's still coming in next time I'm down. Alright, we'll see what happens this time. Well, here it is, new toy. Got a spare bucket as well. It's all very blokey when the guy comes and drops it off. Yeah, mate, thanks for that, mate. Yeah, see you later, pal. But my inner 5-year-old is going nuts. This thing is so much fun. Can't wait to get to know it properly. Get good at it. it's raining today and I've only come down after work just to see it get dropped off. But tomorrow we're going to spend the whole day with it, the two of us together, and see how much we can get done. But I've got a feeling this is gonna change things.
Check this out. Perfect size. So today is 1 whole year since our bus arrived at the block, and a lot of work has gone into this in the past year, which has been great because we haven't been able to do anything with the land until now because our permits have just gone through. So this has been a good time filler. But now is a pretty special day because it's effectively day 1 of the beginning of it all. Very, very exciting. And this is a lot of fun. That did not fall in the right direction.
Perfect fit. It's now the last Sunday of May. I've got the applicator for the spray foam. It came with these little kind of disposable plastic nozzles. So I'm going to cut these off and then flatten them out, use a bit of heat, and see if we can get a nicer pattern with that. Even if we don't, I think it'll be a nicer way of spraying the foam rather than using the disposable nozzles that come with it. While Luce is insulating the bus walls, I'm going to have a little clean up of what we cut down yesterday. Maybe dig out another stump as well. I want to establish a bit of a dumping pile for all the canopy leaves that we cut down. So I'll just break these down a bit further and clear an area for these to go.
just finished a whole wall of insulation spray foam, which was a horrible job. You spray it and sometimes it just comes out like silly string and will not adhere to the wall and just drops down, gets absolutely everywhere, and you can only use like acetone to clean it up. Pretty horrible job. Wouldn't recommend it, but at least we're getting somewhere with it. So I'm just gonna have a break and then come back and fill in these other gaps. I found that the faster I sprayed, the better it kind of stayed on. Missed a huge bit there. But yeah, job.
Took a bit of work. Managed to get her out though. That is a hell of a crater. Please replace all divots.
So that was a really job. Managed to spray foam both walls, which is really cool. Unfortunately ran out of spray foam down the end there, so a couple more cans should do it, I reckon, to fill in gaps and stuff, and then possibly doing more spray foam from the ceiling, which we sort of started along there, but it's an absolute pain in the ass to get it up there. So we're thinking of maybe using some bat insulation that we've got in the shed, so we'll see, but I'm really glad that's over.
Well, I think that about does it for this month. We're going to keep working on the bus where we can, chipping away at that, and of course the main focus is going to be continuing to push into the block, clearing the trees, digging up stumps, making the house site happen. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.